And three, two, one. Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to another episode of No Conditions. I am here with Officer Thomas Roenspie. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How are we?
Thank you. I'm doing good.
Oh, good. I'm so glad you decided to come on because we have some interesting things going on. So let everybody know you are a canine officer. You have a partner named Dutch, and he's totally awesome, and I love it. So a new partner in crime, or not crime, I should say. The reason why you're on is because we have a softball tournament coming up. We want to definitely plug it as much as we can. I'm here for you, and I just I really want to help you guys as much as I can. So tell us a little something about it. So you got Dutch, tell us about him. Let's hear it.
Yeah, Dutch is he's a 4-year-old German Shepherd Belgian Malinois cross. He came from Budapest, Hungary. I got him a little over a year and a half ago. I got him donated by Myers Police Canine, luckily. And so that was a huge way to save money. And I was selected for canine officer. It's always been a dream of mine. I didn't know how much work it was going to be. That's something that was a shocker to me, what work it is. But luckily enough, I was selected, and I love it. I named him Dutch because going Dutch on something is half and half, and so I named him Dutch because we go half and half on all the police work we do, except for the report writing. He makes me do most of that.
Yeah.
Can't really. He doesn't have the opposable thumb, so he can't type too much. So
now I have a question for you. Does he? So a lot of people have asked me, and I guess I've had Officer Carmen on, and he had Ruger actually retired out. But everyone keeps asking me now, do they become part of the family? How does that work? I mean, do they?
Yeah, so they're a huge part of the family. They're like he's a kid. He's one of my kids now. Every day I get up, I get kids ready for school. I make sure he's okay, make sure he has he needs for the day. And so he's a huge part of the family. He comes out and he plays around the kids. Everyone says hi to him as they pass by him. So he's completely he's my family's pet, but my work animal, my partner. But he's just one of the family. He gets going great with our other dogs. So he's really blended well into our home life for sure. And he goes home with me every night. He's with me every single day. I usually don't go anywhere without thinking about him or making sure he's okay. So completely one of the family.
Yeah. And you have to, whenever you go on vacation or anything like that, you really have to trust somebody to come in and be with him. And I mean, let's face it, I have Walter, and everyone knows about the Walt dog, but I pay a girl an inordinate amount of money to come in and entertain my dog. And sometimes I think we come home and he just looks at us like, I could do better. I really hate you people.
Yeah, no, if my whole family goes, I don't take him because he's so he's a work animal. He's on a schedule. So I usually don't take him on vacations and stuff because he's always on. He's one of those dogs that's always on. He always wants to be doing something. He has no chill really. But yeah, people who come, usually it's a police officer that comes takes care of him. They have a set list of stuff like, hey, you're gonna need to do this, and this, and and all that stuff. Sometimes I board him, which really takes a lot off my mind because I know he's super friendly with everybody. So, and every time I board him, usually the veterinary I board him with, they love him. I come back and they're like, he was so great. He's such a friendly dog and this and that. And I'm like, he is super friendly, but he, I definitely have a set of rules when somebody, takes care of him. And it's only a few people I trust to take care of him because, that's the last thing I want. That dog is part of me now. So I can't have anything happen to him.
Yeah. We only have one rule, and that is make sure that for some reason the dog won't drink out of a bowl. He has to. I don't know what it is, but he's just such a turd. I love the fact that you guys have training. Like you guys have to go out. Like that is a mandatory thing. How many hours? I mean, is it?
Oh yeah, so it's mandated that we do 16 hours of training every month at least. That's the bare minimum we can do. we usually end up doing, I usually end up doing about anywhere from 15 to an hour, 15 minutes to an hour's worth of training every day. That's obedience. Just, and it might look like we're playing, but we're training. So even when I toss the ball for him, we're training. I'm trying to get some training value out of that, whether it's letting go of the ball when I tell him to, sometimes I'll put him down and I'll throw the ball to get him to, hey, you stay there until I tell you to do something. And so we do 16 hours of training every mandatory every month. Like today, I had a 13-hour day today. I got up, I went to training, and then I came to work. So it was a super long day today.
Wow. Well, I appreciate you coming on. I know that we'll get this wrapped up for you because I know you want to bunk in. I get it. Trust me. I get it.
I always make time for this.
Yeah.
For sure.
Well, I appreciate it. So the dog, a lot of people don't know that, they're kind of like a child, or you have to do dental, you have to go in for checkups, you have to do the shots, you have to do everything, and that falls all on you. I mean, it's not something that they say, hey, we're going to give you this dog, and then guess what, we're going to pay for everything. That's not how that works. When you take this on, you take on a huge responsibility. So I was shocked at the dental, just the dental itself. Lord knows I have horrible dental, but it's all on you.
Yeah.
Like, that's just crazy to me.
Yeah. So he actually is due for a dental appointment coming up here. He's gonna go in June and get they suggest it every year because he is using his mouth almost every day. He plays with the ball. When we do training, he's biting the suit, he's biting the sleeve. That's how he apprehends people, is with his mouth. And there's all, and another thing is vet bills. We're sending them into, sometimes we send them into situations that are crazy where they have to jump through car windows. They have to go through trees. They have to go through bushes, and that can all incur a vet bill. But it's all because it would be more expensive for us to do it if we got hurt than for him. But that's the last thing we want to see, is him get hurt. But there's just that inherent risk that if we send the dog and they could get hurt, and that, like I said, that vet bill, just like any other doctor bill, is going to fall on us as a canine association or canine unit. And especially if we want to keep him out and about on the street.
So if anybody has an opportunity, May 15th, you are hosting the 7th annual co-ed softball tournament. It's going on. It's going to just be one day, guaranteed 2 games. We're gonna have a raffle, everybody. Raffle. I just got an Instapot today, so that little bad boy is gonna be on somebody's counter. So it's gonna be at Lely Park, and so tell everybody kind of the backstory on this. This was something that Grant Carmen did whenever Officer Carmen had whenever he had Ruger, and then you decided to carry the baton. And I think this is great. This gives the town something to do, actually.
So Grant started both of our main fundraisers, and then I've decided to keep it going. There's a number of things, but I love baseball and softball. I grew up playing both, and so to me, that's one of the funnest way to do anything. And last year, as you know, with COVID, we weren't able to do either fundraisers, and that was huge for us. Luckily enough, I wrote a grant to pay for Dutch's training and all of his first, all the beginning equipment that he needs. And so I was really lucky to get that grant has since ran out, and you can't apply again. It's a one-time thing. So now it just falls upon us in the community to keep this basically this canine program going. So the softball for me is a fun way to keep it going. It's I try to keep the entry fee low so we can get as many teams as possible. It's everyone who comes out is mostly volunteers, so no one's getting paid to be out there. We're just doing it on our free time and just for the betterment of the canine unit. And it's a huge help for us, for any unsuspecting health issues or anything like that. Like I said, if he gets hurt or something, it's just going to help hopefully help fix him so he can be back out on the street.
Because it's a great department. It is absolutely a good organization. I think what you're doing is awesome, and you're a heck of a baseball player. Let me tell you, I played against you. You've been a Rowdy Rooster before. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited about this. And also too, I think everyone's just excited to come out and support you and just be there for you guys and do everything that we can in order to keep this going and keep it rolling. And I think after quarantine, I think everybody's just ready to get the hell out of their house. I know I am. I am completely ready for it. But this is great. So you are the only you're the only handler in that OPD has, is that correct?
Yeah, with the retirement of Ruger, I am the only canine officer for the Roenspie Police Department. And right now, I I think I'm one of the only certified canines in Glenn County. I believe probation has a dog, but we're one of the main dogs for the county right now that can apprehend. There's other dogs that can do scent work and locate narcotics, but we're one of the only apprehension dogs for
Yeah.
the county.
Now, has
So
he done
we
anything?
called out.
What's
Go
that?
ahead. We've been called out for county calls and stuff. So we're usually all over the county if they need us. We go all over the county to help out. So
Really?
we don't stay in Orland. Yeah. So it's countywide. I mean, I've been to Willows. We went to Willows for a call and for a canine call. So it's throughout the whole county. And we went to Hamilton City for a call. So it's not just, we're not just looking for Orland people. We support the whole county. Really, we don't just support Orland. So.
And he is, I mean, he is a huge asset, which people don't realize. I mean, he is like, he's kind of like the rock star. Do you ever feel like you're in a shadow? Do you ever feel like people go for him more than they go for you?
Yeah. So usually, like, when I go to a call and I'm like, people, I'm thinking something's gonna happen. I usually mention it. Hey, don't do anything silly, or I got a dog with me, and people are like, oh, I don't want any part of that. Me, they're not afraid of the dog. Yeah, they're afraid of, and it's because I haven't met anybody yet that can outrun a dog. And he's so big, he's so fast. So, I could basically ride him into work sometimes.
Yeah. Was it everything that you thought it would be?
Yeah, it's that and more for sure.
Is it rewarding? And I mean, you just like it met all of your expectations?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. It's that, like I said, it's so much more work than I thought, but it's very helpful. I wish we could have a dog for everybody. Because here at the Orland Police Department, we're a small town. Sometimes we're by ourselves. And with it, I'm lucky enough that now I'm never by myself ever, unless Dutch is hurt or, something like that. But from the year I've had him, never been by myself. He's always with me. I know, if I go to a scary call or something that doesn't feel right, I know he's always in my back pocket. I have a little button on my belt that if I ever need him, he's out in a jiffy and he's coming right to me. So it's really helped me out. It's really nice that those, dark, lonely nights, I always got somebody right there. So
how many times have you been asked whether or not Dutch can open the car door?
No one yet. No, he can't. Yeah, I'm sure he would love to. He would love to come out whenever he wanted to, because he loves getting out of the car and checking things out. But yeah, that would be fun. That would be its own.
I know
adventure.
with the button. I remember one time I saw it, and in fact, we saw it on TV. And my daughter looked at me and she's like, "Oh my God, the dog knows how to open the car door." And I'm thinking,
yeah.
I'm sure it's pretty weird for some people to see.
Yeah, he wishes for sure.
Now, has he done anything? Like, has there ever like a call that sticks out in your mind where you're like, "Holy crap, my dog did that!" Like that was the moment.
Yeah.
That was.
Yeah. So we have a few surrenders, and I had my first actual apprehension a couple months ago. It was it was dark. We were in a apartment complex. It was super dark. We had a call the night before where somebody was in there with a knife trying to break into places and stuff. So we went there to try and catch this person. And it was, the apartment complex has like 3 lights on the whole complex. And so we found the subject and we were trying to talk to him and he took off. The minute I mentioned weapons, he took off. And so I was really worried you had a weapon. And luckily enough, we ran right towards my car. And so I popped my door and out came Dutch and Dutch found him and we were able to take him into custody without really anybody getting too hurt. And so it was great, and it was so quick, so it was just, it happened so fast. And Dutch did exactly what he's trained to do. There was no hesitation. Did exactly what he trained, and then it was flawless. So it was a good first deployment, which was nice, you know. So, and it was a really positive experience for me as my first deployment.
You're probably like, I'm going to buy you a steak and a squeaky toy. You are such a good boy.
Yeah, everybody was like, yeah, buy him a new toy, but he has toys that he absolutely loves. He that's all he wants is his certain toy, and that's it.
Really? Now,
Yeah.
not to ask this, but do they get squeaky toys? Do they get like, or do you have to be specific on what he gets?
No, yeah, some of them we usually have to be kind of specific because you got to get him a robust toy, because this is a dog that bites down with so much force that a normal dog toy, a normal plush toy is gone in seconds, literally seconds. And anything that squeaks, they're going to rip it out. And so usually I know there are officers that use squeaky toys, of course. Yeah. Anything to get your dog to do, they say anything that works isn't stupid. So if it works for him and it gets him to do what you want him to do effectively, use it. And so, yeah, I know plenty of guys that use squeaky toys and their dogs absolutely love them, but they just can't let them have them for long because they will disintegrate. So we use, he really likes a hard rubber ball on the string. It's a Kong ball, and he goes nuts. He loves that thing. He would carry it all day long if he could.
That is awesome. That is awesome. So are you guys going to be having, I know I didn't prep you with this, but are we going to be having a music festival this year? Is that in the works?
Yeah, so that's pretty much set up. We're just waiting for the time to roll around and making sure that we can have it. It's August 28th at the Glenn County Fairgrounds. We got 2 bands coming. There'll be a demonstration. I'm trying to get the other stuff going on to kind of help draw people. I know last year, or well, not last year, but the year before in 2019, I was able to get the CHP helicopter to show up and bring in the CHP dog. So we're going to have a couple different demonstrations and stuff like that. Here at the softball tournament next weekend on May 15th, where there'll be some food, there'll be kettle corn. It's at the park. So if you don't want to come watch softball, you can go play at the park and you can buy something to eat. So,
and the splash pad will be open. Everything will be open for the kids.
Yep.
Oh, that's awesome. That is absolutely awesome. Can't wait. That'll be a blast. Well, it sounds like everything is getting back to normal, because I know right before COVID, everything hit. Man, it was, if you guys haven't had a chance to go to the Laws and Paws Music Festival, it is definitely up there with some of the best times to have. It was starting to build up. The bands were amazing. And even the demonstrations were what, I mean, that was awesome. That was kick butt. I loved it.
Yeah, it's fun to do. This will be our first one, so hopefully it goes good. It should. We train enough that there shouldn't be any hiccups, but you never know. Dutch is still an animal, and sometimes they have bad days. People have bad days, dogs have bad days. But yeah, he might not want to do what I want him to do. I'm sure he will, because he absolutely loves his job. Like I said, there's no off switch for him. But yeah, we're looking forward to the demonstration. We're gonna try to do some cool stuff and show you what he can do, and show you why he's such a big part for the community, such a huge asset to the community, and so I think that's what people enjoy to see. Like they enjoy, like, because you always hear about a canine, but you never see them as much, because they're in their car. They're a special thing that they only, most of the time they only come out during special circumstances, which most people aren't a part of, especially the people that come to the Laws and Paws Canine Festival usually aren't part of those nasty situations. So when they get a time to actually see the dog work, they're amazed, and they're like, wow, they can really do that, and they listen to you that well and stuff like that, because a lot of people's dogs at home, they're pets, and sometimes they don't listen the best, but and when they're able to see how good a control most handlers have of their dogs, it just amazes them. And I know it amazes me every time. Like, I work hard, and every time he does what I ask him to do, it's just great. It's a great feeling that we work so well together.
And with other dogs, how does that work whenever you guys are in training? Are you guys ever kind of nervous that the dogs are together, or do they kind of know that we're all there to work? We all just need to get along and let's just do it?
No, not always. Some dogs just don't like other dogs. Dutch is unlucky because Dutch, he has no problem with other dogs. We have a small dog and another big dog, and he just loves them both. He don't care. He wants to play with either one of them. Whoever will play with them, he's good to go. So, but usually at trainings, we try to keep them separate. Like, they're expensive animals.
Yeah.
Really, they're expensive animal, expensive tool. And the last thing you want to do is have them get hurt with something silly like get in another fight with dogs. And because most of the dogs are males and they're intact, so
Mhm.
they're very much big bravado. You know, I'm a bad dog, watch out. And so,
Yeah.
most of the dogs get along pretty together, but we try to keep them separated as much as possible, just so we avoid any kind of accident at all. So they come out with us, and then they go back in the car while someone else's dog is out, and then it's our turn again. We come back out. So they'll walk by each other with a passing sniff most of the time, and that's about as much contact as they get.
That's fantastic. I love to hear that. And I love the fact that he plays around with other dogs. It's so bizarre to me because they always say, like, especially in acting, never work with animals and children because they're so you never know how they're gonna act. You never know how they're gonna be. They can turn on you on a dime, they can do whatever, but it sounds like he's definitely part of the family.
Oh
So
yeah, no,
everybody, yeah,
yeah.
everybody.
I've worked out long enough. I can pretty much read him pretty well, So we work really well together. He usually knows what I want, and I usually know what he's trying to tell me. So
Mhm.
or me.
Say, Dad, I don't want to go to work today. I want to stay in.
No, he always wants to go to work. Always. The minute he hears the cop car started up, he's usually spinning circles in his cage, waiting to go, ready to go. And
He's ready
so,
to rock.
oh yeah, the minute he sees me walk in the backyard, he's jumping up and down, ready to go every day,
And,
every day.
and so this money, this goes also, I mean, people don't realize he has I mean, he is an officer. He has
Yeah,
a bulletproof vest. He has,
yeah,
all the things and that's all out of your pocket.
yeah. So he's got a harness. We got measured for a bulletproof vest. We're waiting for that thing to show up
Hmm.
because they got to measure and send it to you. So we're waiting for that thing. But yeah, like we don't have his badge yet, but he's an officer. If you hurt him, it's the same as hurt me. So he's got a vest. Everything that he has says police on it. His collar, everything. Um, so he carries the full authority that I do. Sometimes more.
So if people do not want to, if you don't want to come down and watch softball, if you guys don't want to buy raffle tickets, you guys are more than welcome in order to send a donation to the police department in care of the canine department. Is that
Yeah, for sure. If you would just want to donate and help out with any of the costs, because we are, like I forgot to mention in the beginning, we are completely community funded. The city doesn't give us anything. Everything that we have all the monies that we have to take care of the animal is completely from the community. Every penny of it came from the community. So we're very careful with what we spend. So we try to be as frugal as possible. And if you just want to donate and you don't want anything for it, like, because usually if you're going to donate, I'll try to sell you a shirt. Not, I like to give, if you're going to give me money, I don't like to give you nothing out of it. So, hey, buy a shirt, buy a hat. We have little plush dog toy or dogs that are really popular with kids. We have challenge coins. We have sweaters, something. I usually, hey, if you're going to donate $20, we have something for $20 that you can have in return. If you absolutely don't want that and you just want to donate, you're that selfless, then by all means, bring it down here in an envelope, mark it, donation for canine unit, and we will take it.
Yeah, I think it's great. If you guys get an opportunity, please do so. And also too, if you guys are doing nothing on March 15th, make sure you guys head on out to Lele Aquatic Park. What time does the first game start?
The first game is first pitch is gonna come out at 8 a.m.
Oh, fantastic. That's a little
Yeah.
early. I hope
Yeah.
the Rowdy Roosters aren't on that list because let me tell you, we roll out a little late.
Yeah. So I haven't set the lineup yet, so we'll see. But we have 6 teams so far. I was trying to get 8. I don't know if we're going to get there. So if you watch this and you want to put a team together, up until the day before, I mean, we'll take a team. Even if I could have backup teams, we'll do that. But if we have to roll 6 teams, we'll roll 6 teams, and we'll just get done a little early. And you know, and there'll be an intermission and a home run competition.
Mhm.
And you know, the thing that we kind of changed to hopefully help get teams out there is normal rules softball only allow for 3 home runs, and you know, people love seeing home runs. I know I do. And
Mhm.
so we made it, if you pay a little extra fee, you can designate 1 person per game, or the same person for the whole entire tournament. Whatever, if you have a home run hitter, you designate them and they can hit unlimited home runs. So you know, that's definitely not me, but
I was
uh
gonna say, I'm out. And
yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
at this
yeah.
point, if we have matching socks and all of us remember a mitt, we're winning.
Yeah, yeah. So so yeah, so I mean, it was just one thing we did to try and get people, help keep people out. Especially, you know, anybody that are hardcore softball fans, because you know, since the restrictions are lifting, a lot of people are going and doing stuff. So I found out that a lot of people aren't available that weekend because they've already had plans. So we're trying to get as many people out there to just have fun and support our cause. And I'm excited. It's been a lot of work, but I'm excited to watch some good softball. And I'll probably have to umpire a little, which, you know, isn't the funnest job.
Yeah.
But I, you know, I've been umpiring, I've umpired little league and stuff, so I like to do it. So I can't wait.
I know that our team at one point, I think the last tournament that we had, it was it got to the point where we're like, we're done. We don't want to play anymore. It's hot. We're all sweating in weird places. We hate each other. By the time it was over, we hated each other. It
Yeah,
was so hot. But it
yeah,
looks like the weather's going to be great for you guys. It's going to be a typical Orland day, and it's going to be a great chance for everybody to get out with the family, a good family time. So May 15th, if you guys have nothing to do, head on over to Lely Aquatic Park, go out and support Dutch, the Orland PD Canine unit. And like I said, we're going to have a raffle. The raffle prizes are coming in. We got an Instapot, and we're going to get that thing on someone's counter.
yeah,
Raffle tickets are $1 a piece. Even if you guys don't want to sit, you guys are more than welcome to come on by, buy your tickets, and head on out and do whatever it is you guys plan on doing that day. So that way it's not interfering with anything. But if you guys do want to come and sit, grab a chair, sit down, enjoy the day, and enjoy the company. So is there anything else that you'd like to say, or anything else you'd like to plug?
no, I mean, that's it. I mean, we covered the laws and pause, and I just want to, you know, anybody that is planning on showing up, all the teams that are coming out, I just want to say thank you. It's a huge, you know, it actually, it's nice to see the community come out and really support. And I have a team, you know, coming from out of the area, which is really nice. So it's kind of reached the North State, which is pretty awesome. You know what I mean? It's nice because you're not really supporting me, you're supporting Dutch. You know, you're making sure he has all the tools and everything to do his job. And so it actually it makes you feel good to be an Orland police officer when you see the community have this much support for you. It's really nice.
And not only that, but I mean, it's just health. That's all that it is. You guys are looking out for the best health that you possibly can. And people love animals, and they should. So, but I want to say it, if nobody has an opportunity to, and you don't get out there, I want to thank you for your service, for everything that you do.
Yeah,
We just love you. Our family loves you. And we think that you guys are doing a great job. So May 15th, Laws and Paws, head on out to the softball tournament. And then before the music festival, we will see about getting you back on, and we can talk about the
yeah,
bands and all the fun stuff that's going to be out there.
yeah.
So that'll be great.
I love it. Be great.
Well, thank you so much, Thomas, for coming on. I appreciate it. This is Monica with No Conditions. I will go ahead and put a link down underneath the little browser thingy. I always forget the name of that. I'll put it in the description. And then that way you guys can click on and you guys can look and you guys can check out his Facebook page. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Check me out. You guys make sure you guys get on YouTube and become a subscriber. That's the only way we can do it. And also Steve and Monica show every Tuesday and Thursday straight up on noon at Facebook Live. So thank you guys so much, and we will see you soon. Bye-bye.